Hello, Liverpool fans. Welcome to the Liverpool Report, your go-to source for the latest news, match updates, and transfer stories straight from Anfield. Don't miss out on any of the action. Hit that subscribe button now and stay in the loop with all things Reds. The Premier League have confirmed that they have changed referee for Liverpool's clash with Newcastle on Wednesday. The Reds welcome Eddie Howe's side to Anfield for their latest league outing, and they will be hoping to extend their advantage at the top of the table with a win. But just hours ahead of kickoff, there has been a major change to the refereeing team. Having previously confirmed that Chris Kavanagh would oversee the match, it has been announced that Stuart Atwell will be the man in the middle instead. He was initially tasked with West Ham United's clash with Leicester, but has been replaced by Anthony Taylor. The rest of the officiating team stays the same. Simon Bennett and Dan Robertson will be his assistants, with Darren Bond the fourth official. The VAR has been named as Matt Donoghue, with Wade Smith the assistant VAR. A reason for the change in referee has not been announced. Liverpool will be hoping that there is not as much controversy as one of the most recent times Atwell has refereed a game in which they were involved. Reds boss Arneslot was left furious at his failure to send Lucas Berg off in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg, with the midfielder going on to score the winning goal. I don't think there's any debate about that, Slot said about the decision. They say he, the referee, didn't want to stop the counter-attack, and I say every manager would prefer, when a tackle being made 40 yards from our goalkeeper, that the player is given a second yellow card, rather than to continue the counter-attack with a player less to play that counter-attack with. The next discussion is, was it reckless enough to give advantage and come back and say the tackle was still too reckless, and then give a yellow? When he, the referee, didn't give the second yellow, nobody thought it would have such a big impact 30 seconds later. I haven't asked him, but I'm 99.9% sure I wasn't the only one who felt, wow, not the best. I'm 99.9% sure when Berg scored, the referee thought, oh, is this really happening? Because he couldn't change it anymore. I think for him, it was also far from ideal. Slot will not have the chance to speak with Atwell should there be any controversial moments. The Dutchman has been hit with a 2-match touchline ban following his sending off against Everton. Sepp van den Berg has admitted that he dreams of one day returning to Liverpool, despite asking to leave the club just a few months ago. The Dutch defender joined Brentford in the summer after spending much of his 5-year Anfield career out on loan at the likes of Preston, Schalke and Mainz. Having grown frustrated at the limited first-team opportunities on Merseyside, he submitted a request to leave the club just prior to Arne Slot's arrival. The 23-year-old was adamant that a departure was the best thing for his career. However, he has refused to close the door on a future return to Liverpool. I had a few conversations with Slot, but before the preparation started, I already indicated to the club that I wanted to leave and play minutes, he told Voetbal Primeur. I would be lying if I said that I did not dream of returning to Liverpool one day. That is still on my mind. But for now, it was better for my career to take a different path and play a lot. Van den Berg continued, I am doing that now, and that allows me to develop as well as possible. After the preparation, Liverpool indicated that I had done so well that they wanted me to stay, but I did not really see that myself. It was all my choice. I am happy that I now play in the Premier League every week. This season, Liverpool have been plagued by defensive injuries, with Ibrahima Konate, Joe Gomez, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Connor Bradley all missing portions of the campaign due to fitness issues. As a versatile defender, capable of playing both at centre-back and at right-back, Van den Berg may well have been seen plenty of action had he stayed. That said, he's been getting regular football at Brentford and says he feels much happier because of it. I would be lying if I said that I didn't look at that Liverpool's defensive injuries myself, Van den Berg admitted. That's football, you don't know. I did well in the preparation, and I could really see myself playing for the club, but not with the credit that I now have at Brentford. I am now a starter who always plays as long as he is fit. At Liverpool, I would have been more of a player who had to fill in gaps. I would rather be that starter. And who knows, If I do well here for 2 or 3 years, I will return to Liverpool and be a starter there too. Federicochiesa is in serious danger of missing out on an automatic Premier League winners' medal if Liverpool clinch the title. The Reds sit 11 points clear at the top with less than a third of the season remaining. Arsenal could trim the gap to 8 by winning their game in hand, but given the Gunners' recent form and injury troubles, Liverpool's lead looks rock solid. Besides, no team has ever blown a lead this big at this stage of the season, so history is firmly on their side. But while that'll be music to the ears of most in Liverpool's camp, it leaves Chiesa in a nervy race against time. The Italian forward, who joined from Juventus in the summer, has made just 3 appearances in the league this season and needs 2 more to qualify for a winner's medal. That said, he could still be given one without reaching playing the necessary 5 Premier League games. This is because the champions are given 40 medals in total and can distribute them to whoever they wish, providing that every player with 5 or more appearances in the Premier League that season has received one first. Fitness problems haven't helped, but Chiesa, 27, has barely had a look in under manager Arneslot, having been limited to just 7 minutes of action in the Premier League since September. With Liverpool still fighting on 3 fronts, there's every chance Slot will have to rotate his players in the coming weeks. But Mo Salah's impeccable goal-scoring form means opportunities on the right flank. Chiesa's natural position are limited. Things aren't much easier for him on the left, with the likes of Luis Diaz, Diogo Jota, Curtis Jones and Cody Gakpo all vying for the spot as well. Chiesa isn't the only Liverpool star on the verge of missing out on a medal. Jadon Danns, who has played in both the Premier League and Champions League this season, is 4 appearances short of 1 and won't earn any more after being loaned out to Sunderland. Reserve goalkeeper Vítězslav Jaros also needs 4 more, but with both Alisson and Kawhimin Kelleher now fit, getting game time will be tricky. Others like Trey Nyoni, Tyler Morton and James McConnell, who have each played multiple games in other competitions, are 5 games short in the league and look unlikely to qualify. Despite spending much of the season on the sidelines, Chiesa has still managed to rack up 10 appearances for Liverpool so far. In those games, he's notched 3 goal contributions, a reasonable feat, considering he's only made 3 starts. He wouldn't be the first senior player to narrowly miss out on an automatic winner's medal. Calvin Phillips made just 4 appearances for champions Manchester City last season, and the same thing happened to Cole Palmer, who's now at Chelsea in 2021-22. The last time Liverpool won the league in 2019/20, Harveyelliott was 3 games short of a winner's medal, a fate narrowly avoided by teammate Jones, who made 6 appearances that season. Thankfully, both players are guaranteed medals if the Reds clinch the title this term, with Elliott already notching 10 appearances and Jones making 22. Mohamed Salah has been told he should be considered for the Ballon d'Or despite being not perfect and scruffy in front of goal. The Liverpool forward is currently at the centre of a fiery debate over whether he should be named the world's best player. The controversy was sparked when Anfield legend Jamie Carragher suggested success in the Africa Cup of Nations would not help Salah's cause in winning the top accolade. Carragher has since attracted criticism for suggesting that AFCON was not a major tournament and had hampered Salah's chances of gaining recognition previously. Ex-Manchester United star Rio Ferdinand was among those who accused him of trying to devalue the competition, sparking a war of words between the former rivals. Salah is currently enjoying an excellent campaign at Liverpool under Arne Slot, with 42 goal contributions to his name as his team chases a possible Premier League and Champions League double. A new figure has now weighed in on the strength of the Egyptian's credentials to win the Ballon d'Or in the form of ex-United goalkeeper Ben Foster. Speaking on his Fozcast podcast, Foster said that he believes Salah should be the main contender for the prize as long as Liverpool succeed in their bid for silverware. The former England international's comments came despite him admitting that he doesn't always find the attacker's style of play the easiest to watch. Mo Salah is so strong. I know there's a lot of people who say technically he might not be absolutely perfect, but who cares? Foster said. If Liverpool go on to become Champions League finalists and they're winning the Premier League, he has got to be at the top of the list. He's not technically perfect, but with everything else, he is 10 out of 10. Even when he's scruffy with his finishes, it still goes in the back of the net. The discussion over the merits of Salah's claim to the Ballon d'Or began following an awkward moment in the Sky Sports studio on Sunday. Both Micah Richards and Daniel Sturridge called Carragher out after he appeared to disregard AFCON as the trio were analysing Liverpool's impressive 2-0 win away to Manchester City. Carragher said, "I think the problem is the fact he's with Egypt and he's probably not playing in the major tournament as such, or maybe got a great chance of winning. I think it's either the Champions League or the major tournament." That prompted both Richards and Sturridge to pull Carragher up, with Richards arguing, "Just to say AFCON is a major tournament because a lot of people will be at home saying they aren't taking it serious. AFCON is a big tournament, just so you know." Former Sky Sports pundit Richard Keys has since slammed people in Europe who struggle to give due credit to international football on other continents. While not naming Carragher directly, Keys said in a post on his blog, "Seriously. What ignorance. Unforgivable ignorance. Time and again down the years I've referenced the arrogance of so-called experts that live and work within the borders of the UK who think nothing beyond their territory matters." The controversy around his comments saw Carragher later try to clarify them in a post on X. He wrote, "The point I was trying to make yesterday was that Mo Salah is at a disadvantage playing for Egypt in terms of him winning the Ballon d'Or. If Salah had an average season at LFC but won the AFCON and was MVP, I don't think he would win the Ballon d'Or, because I don't think AFCON carries the weight of other tournaments. But if Mbappe had an average season at Real Madrid but won the World Cup 2 Euros, he would still have a great opportunity." He added, "I don't think it's controversial at all, really, it's just a fact."